everyone. My name is Brick Taylor, and this is Charlie Widmer.
Hi.
Hi. And today we're going to tell a story about who? You remember? King who?
King David.
Awesome, right? And old Samuel. That's me, huh? Yep. Stand up, let everyone see your cape, right? See, he's got purple because purple is our color this week. So purple, right? And that's the color of royalty. And we're going to hear the story a little bit later about how David was first introduced to king. We got a little untying here. Here we go. Awesome.
Do you know how to untie?
Yep, you're doing pretty good there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to invite you at home to play a game with us, okay? So what I want you to do is go get some crayons. So we're using a 16 pack here, and Charlie and I are going to have a competition to see who's quicker, me or him, right? All right. So we're inviting you to go find your crayons. We'll give you just a few seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Can you say 6?
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1. All right. Okay. So take out your crayons, Charlie. All right. So we got to separate them a little bit. So I'll be over here and you be over here, okay? And you put them out like that. All right. Good job. Okay. So what we're going to do is Mr. Brick's got his clock right here, and we're going to have 30 seconds, and you join us for 30 seconds, and we're going to see how many of these you can get to stand up. Right? Remember, Charlie? Remember how we did that? Okay. So we're going to have you do that with us at home. Are you ready?
ready.
On your mark,
Get set.
don't go. I never trick him anymore. He knows all my tricks. On your mark, get set, go. All right, here we go. 1, 2,
1,
whoa.
2, 3, 1,
That's 10 seconds.
2, 3, 4,
20 seconds. Oh, I almost got them all. Oh, 29, 30. Okay. Well, how many did you get? Charlie got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, right? You got that last one kind of up to the last. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 10. 10. So that is pretty good for me. Let's do this. Charlie, put yours away. Put yours away in the box. There we go. And then Charlie and I'll do one time together. Maybe you can pick a friend that you could do it together with. Charlie will be my pal, and I'll be his.
maybe we can use the same crayons.
Yeah, that's what we're going to use. We're going to use these ones.
Actually, different crayons.
Yeah, well, the same box, though, right? Awesome.
From different boxes.
Okay, here we go. Got 3 more to put in there. Awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, here we go. So we're going to do it together now. We're going to sit down. We'll be tough. All right, so here we go. We'll stop and we'll reset. You want to tell everyone on your mark, get set, go? Look at over there.
On your marks,
Look over there.
get set, go!
All right, go. All right, 30 seconds. Can we get them all? That's the question, Charlie. Can we get them all? Oh. 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 14 seconds. Go ahead and get it. Oh, 20 seconds. Got one more. We got it! Yay! 25 seconds. Let's let everyone finish. All right, and
We made the
30 seconds. All right, good job. High five. Low five. Medium five. Shh. All right.
We made 100.
Yeah. So what we were doing was we were making our crayons. You want to knock them down? Go ahead. You like knock them
The explosion.
Oh, not the explosion. Yep, go ahead, explode it. All right. So the reason why we did this was because we're learning about David, and David stood up for God. And that's the whole point of this. And we're using crayons, of course. You remember what color is our color for today?
Purple.
Oh, good job. Purple. You hold this one up, Joe? Yep. Good job, buddy. Okay. All right. Well, now what we'd like to do is we'd like to tell you the story, Charlie. Easy. We're going to tell you the story of Samuel when he becomes king. You can put those in the box for me. So, and today, the verse that we're going to talk about is from 1 Timothy 4:12. And it says, "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." So that word despise means don't look down on, right? So if somebody despises you, they'll look down on you, or maybe they won't respect you. But even when you're small, Charlie, you can still set an example of what it is to be a good boy, right? Yes? Yes. Yes.
Did you know that? Yes.
Okay, good boy.
Did you know when I watched it, one of the Thomas Friends video?
Yeah. Can you give me the book and we'll talk about Thomas in a little bit? Okay. So there we go. Yep. Okay, give me the other one. Yep, easy. Easy. So we're gonna go to, you remember what the story was again? It was here. So we're going to read you the story out of the Jesus Storybook Bible. If you have one at home, you can follow along. I don't know. And the story is the teeny weeny true king. Remember when we read that before? It was really cool, huh? So I'm going to read this to you now. And you're going to sit there and you're going to be ready for me, okay? All right. So it says, God's people had a new land. Now they wanted a king. But God is your king, Samuel told them. He is the one who looks after you best. We want a real king, they said, one we can see. God knew that a king might not be kind to his people or look after them as well as he could. But God's people didn't care. They wanted a king, and they wanted him now. So God gave them a king. He was called Saul. Remember me talking to you about Saul? Yeah, he was the first king, right? And he seemed like a good king at first. But he became proud and he stopped listening to God. He didn't obey God or love God with his whole heart. Oh, man, we talked a lot about heart. Saul can't help me with my plan, God said. I need a king who loves me and will teach my people to love me. I need a true king. God had just the one in mind. Go to Bethlehem. Remember when we talked about Bethlehem? Go to Bethlehem, God told Samuel, and you'll find a new king there. Samuel's job is to listen to God and to tell people what he said. Easy. Pay attention to the story, okay? So here's the picture, right? And there's King Saul, right? He's kind of messed up. He made some mistakes. He didn't obey God. He didn't love God with all his heart, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Who else came from Bethlehem? Do you remember?
God and
Jesus, right? Remember Jesus? Yep. So Samuel went to the little town of Bethlehem. God told Samuel to go to whose house? Remember? Jesse's house. Yep. That was the last name. God was going to choose one of Jesse's sons to be the new king. Jesse had 7 strong sons. Show everybody your muscle like that. Yeah, boy. Yep. Now in those days, if you were going to be king, you didn't have to be the richest or the cleverest, although that was nice. You had to look like a king, which meant you had to be the tallest. You don't know how tall you are. So you had to be tall, right? And you had to be strong. So you could carry the longest sword or the biggest armor and defeat everyone. It didn't hurt to be handsome either, right? So Samuel asked Jesse to bring each son in turn. So Jesse brought the oldest son, the strongest son. This must be the new king, Samuel thought. He looks like a king. So you see, this guy's the guy he's talking about, remember? Does that guy look like a king to you? No. Why? He doesn't have the heart. You listened really good. Let's see what God says, all right? So let's stop humming. Help me out here. But God didn't choose him. You're thinking about what he looks like on the outside, God told Samuel. But I am looking at his what?
Heart.
Very good boy. What he's like on the inside. So Jesse showed Samuel the next oldest, tallest, strongest son. That one. That guy looks pretty strong to me. Don't he look pretty strong to you? Yep. Remember this guy? You got muscles right there. But God didn't choose him either. God didn't choose any of the 7 sons. Samuel said, "Is that all?" Jesse laughed. "Oh, well, there's the youngest one, but he's the weakling in the family, and he's only teeny." "Bring him," Samuel said. You remember who that is? Say David. Tell everyone it's David.
David.
Good boy. All right. So, here's all the sons. You've seen them, right? So he went through all the sons. Now he called David. So David's out in the field protecting sheep. Jesse's youngest son came running up, and God spoke to Samuel. "This is the one. His name is David. He has a heart like mine," God said. "It's full of love, and he will help me with my secret rescue plan. And one of his children's children will be the king, and that king will rule the world forever." Samuel anointed David's head with oil, which was a special way to show that you are God's chosen king. Wait, not yet. All right. "You will go and be king one day," Samuel told him. And sure enough, when he grew up, David became king. God chose David to be king because God was getting his people ready for even a greater king who was coming. And once again, God would say, "Go to Bethlehem. You'll find the king there." And there, one starry night in Bethlehem, in the town of David, 3 wise men would find him. So what we're going to do with young David over here is, you see this? This is as oil. That's a way that they would crown or anoint. It's called anoint kings. So we're going to do that to young David here, right? Are you ready for anointing?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what does God look at?
Your heart.
Your heart. Is that the one that beats, or is that part of your mind? It's how you think, right? It's what you desire. It's what you plan to do, and it's your emotions. That's what the Hebrew word for heart means. It's like your whole, everything about you is your heart. And God wants everything about you to be about him. Pretty cool, huh? Yep. All right, young David. We are... Okay, are you ready? All right, let's do this right. So you kneel right there, young David. Go on a knee right there. Go on a knee. On your knees. No, on your knees. So bend down. There we go. And I'll be Samuel. Very good. And there we go. We anointed your head with oil, right? And put it up. And awesome.
You're going to stick one
Like this, you're going to show me?
No.
A little bit. Okay, a little bit more? All right. All right, young David. So you look over there and you tell everybody, say, "I hope you have a great day and God bless you."
I hope you have a great day and God bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.